Good evening. Let us just make sure that all is good and all is working. So I just have to wait a few seconds for my other video channel to kick in, and then we'll get started with the evening entertainment. Are we working? Do we have sound? Yes, we do. Good. Jolly good. And a very good evening to you, especially you. Thank you so much for joining me this evening here, Sunday night in Shadows with me, Professor Shadow. As usual, we're going to go over the videos that's been created this week. And then we're going to go over some ideas for the next few videos coming out. Without giving away too much information, we'll see where the story's going and what have we got in store just for you. So, without further ado, let me share my screen with you. I think it's live, or this one. And here we go. Yes. Good evening, Draken. Thank you for joining us again. I was watching something else. You could probably do my own voice by now. So I was just saying, we're just going to go once again, as usual, we'll go over the videos that have been created this week, and then we'll see what's coming up in the future for next week. And where did we get to? I put the 3 out, and we got the three episodes that we had done. And I can explain why. Why did I do them in that order? And what's happening? I like these evenings so that we can clarify exactly the direction of the stories that are going, without telling you what's happening in the new ones, of course. So I really wanted to do that. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and it was a way I could do that. It was literally make a zombie episode where the zombies destroy everything. I remember in the old, when I was growing up in the 70s, we had, was it 79? We had Dawn of the Dead. That was like the most amazing zombie movie ever. And it was because everything just crashed and the zombies went everywhere. I really wanted to recreate that. So in this episode here, the episode 4, I just wanted to see the undead just smashing everything and destroying everything, showing really they are a force to be reckoned with. Finally received, hey, we have a YouTube notification. That was because you said that Winter was struggling with his powers. He obviously heard you. So welcome to this evening's chit chat. I was just mentioning that we're going to go over the videos that we've done and just go over a few things for the future. And I was just saying about this one, why I created this zombie one, because I really do love those old school ones. The new ones not so much, but the older ones like Dawn of the Dead by George Romero, and how it's just hopeless. And I just wanted to create that within the story, which I think I did a fairly okay job at doing. We had the trailer out, and then we had the big finale. The big finale, which, in all honesty, this is the reason that I wanted to create season 3, simply to create this one. My goal was to have the character, Winter, which you hopefully we've seen it by now, not partake in the battle where everyone's wondering which faction's going to win, which faction. Winter's doing his own thing, and he's not interested in, he's interested in taking the power for himself so he can use it. And that was that was the idea, my entire idea for season 3, which I really wanted to do. But I also didn't want to leave it to the end because there's some other things I've really got in mind which I want to put forward. One of them being, hopefully, actually I better not say in case you haven't watched the latest one, so episode 6. So some explanations of why why is he allowing it to happen all over again if he's so powerful? Well, he's only human. So I wanted to put that in. I'm not going to say too much in case you haven't watched it yet. But this one I really did enjoy. I thought this was I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed this. Like I always say, when you create content that you want to watch, me personally, I would want to watch this. And then hopefully I find other people that also want to watch it. That's very, similar to my mindset and what we want to see. Then I know I'm on the right path. Which leads you to episode 6, which obviously if you haven't watched, because it's fairly new, it's only a day old, really turn the tables on the whole idea of, even though Winter is all powerful, he's still human. There's still a residue of human, and it's tied to the Alpha. That's why I wanted to create that episode. And then I'm not going to say too much about this one because it's still fairly new and some people may not have watched it yet. So then I had some fun creating this one, which sort of give a couple of explanations as to what happened in the previous episode. But this was fun. This was a fun one to create. And out of all of these, I really did enjoy the way Winter sounded. It's almost like he's behind his mask. So don't worry, I'm not going to say too much about Return of Evus. He's good. But I, when I was making the characters, the way, and then had some comments on this. They're all speaking, and then the Alpha comes on and just growls. I was going to put some subtitles for the Alpha growling and what he was saying, but I thought no, you wouldn't know what he's saying anyway. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And of course, you had Elder at the end, and he, almost like, we're going to win. We're eternal. And yes, thank you for watching. I begrudgingly thank you. Excellent. Yeah. So obviously, I have some. We still have 4 to go in this series. We still have 4 left. But of course, I'm not going to go into what they are. I'm not going to go into what they are. They're not actually fully completed. Just the outline and the reason. I think that's important when you're writing the story. What's the reason? Like my reasons for creating episode 5 to showcase the power, but the mortality. And what's the reasons? I can't tell you what the reasons are for the next one because they're not out yet, and I don't want to spoil it for you. But there's definitely going to be some surprises. We're going to have to put him down. I should imagine if he did turn on him, he would have probably foreseen that. And he probably would have already prepared for that. We don't know. We don't know. So, what have we got coming up on the channel? So we do have, of course, there'll be a couple more Crimson Dawns this week. And I'm actually writing something else as well, which I'm going to get a different type of video. So I've got a different type of it. I like to put some old school ghost and horror stories out as well. So I'm in the middle of doing one of those, which is interesting. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's an interesting one. So look out for that one. But definitely going to have a couple of Crimson Dawns out this week, 7 and 8 hopefully. So hopefully 7 and 8 are done. So I have the time. I've scheduled the time out to finish them off. So hopefully I'll be able to get them out for you this week, which would be great. I'm looking forward to that as well. Looking forward because there's some really nice story detail and twist. I can't wait for you to watch it. Yes, always thinking. Yeah, I audio book as well, and also it's this thing I'm just playing with at the minute. I'm just playing, so it's not going to be available. But there's a way to create it's like a graphic novel type comic book, and I've taken the images and I'm putting them in a series, and we're following the story in the images. I'm just playing with that in a minute. So that should be quite nice, quite interesting. Audiobook, yeah, I thought about doing that. Just the whole thing Audible is going to be like 15 hours so far. That's a long time. Yeah, the graphic novel one is looking quite good. It's quite time consuming, so it won't be coming anytime soon. But it's something I'm playing with. So someone like to play with new ideas, and because I have all the images, of course, stored on my hard drive. So I'm just pulling them out and putting them into the software, and it's putting them on the pages, and then you have to put the text in. It's quite interesting. But yeah, it'd be good one. I think what I'll do is I'll probably do one episode at a time for the graphic novel, and then maybe attach it to the episodes or something. We'll see. But yeah, I've definitely thought about the entire audiobook in one go. Definitely. I think that would actually be quite easy to do because it's only audio, then the rendering of it won't be so bad, and the uploading of it won't be so bad. So yeah, I think that would be quite good. But obviously, we've got to finish the series. We need to finish the series first, and then we can maybe think of that. That is, of course, unless there's a series 4. If there's a call for it, we can maybe move into that direction at a later date. Other strange entities. I'm here for the long haul. I don't want it to ever end. Like I keep saying on these calls, there's so much updates in AI technology, and there's a couple of ones, and I literally saw a brand new one not come out, but is due to come out sometime soon from Adobe. And I use Premiere Pro to do the video editing anyway, and it's an add-on that helps you create animations to your images. So I don't know. I was watching it, and it seems quite interesting. It's the consistency of character at the minute with the AI. So you put the character in, and you say you want a winter character, and then you say, okay, give me him standing in the forest, and it'll be completely different. It's getting better. Yeah, the fingers. There's in the one I use, you can put in negative prompts as well, which is where you say no strange fingers and things like that. And that normally comes out okay if I remember to do that, of course. Obviously, the at the minute with these ones that we're doing, the graphics are nice, the images are nice, but the emphasis obviously is in the story until we can get the characters moving and talking. Yes, it would be amazing to see it animated in some way. That'd be great. At the minute, we're not quite there with the tools, but it's coming. How long it's going to be, I don't know, but it's definitely coming. And there will be a point where we'll be able to do it, and it will be good. It will be very good. There's so much coming out in AI technology. I've been following it, and like I say, the new Premiere Pro, the new Adobe one, looks very interesting to me. Subs have doubled, yes. We're on 4,197 now, which is good. I think that with subscribers, if we continue to put the material out there, and like I say, create material that I would like to watch. And if I want to watch it, then there's surely other people that enjoy the same taste as me that also want to see what I want to see. I do appreciate that comment, Dragon. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I do believe it make a great animated series. It's just getting it done. Hopefully AI doesn't take too long to release their new tools. I mean, because you can see the one.
Greetings, dear viewers. I am Stephen Lestat, humble scientist turned master of the undead.
And they're talking, so we can do that. That looks pretty good. The mouth is moving, he's blinking, his head's moving back. That looks pretty good. But then there's no way. What we want is to animate them into like action scenes, which would be great. You could even create one where, obviously, when the head comes on, you could put the voice of the character on it. But then we're going in a little bit of a different direction. I enjoyed doing this. It was pretty easy to do this one. This was actually very easy to do. Yes, it's exactly what I was aiming for, because I think the story should be the key, should be the focus. Obviously, graphics and visuals complement, but the story is where the power lies. For me, I'm a big fan of the old 70s, specifically horror movies. We have the Hammer Studios and the Amicus Studios, and their style of the twist of the tale, of leading you in a direction and then taking you in another direction that you didn't really understand, didn't think was coming, and twist you and play with your mind. I really enjoy that type of storytelling. We had I went up the other day and come on the I don't know what channel it was. That channel where we have Caroline Munro, Talking Pictures, and you had the old I can't remember what, The Vault. I think it's called The Vault. It's an old Amicus movie. It has Tom Baker in it. It's such an amazing film. So amazing. And to think that was I did think about that. I did think about subtitles for the Alpha. I did think about it. And I think, what would be better? The fact that we can't understand him? And what would he have said? What would he have said? In a primal rage, furious, every fiber of his body wanting to destroy everything in front of him. Or perhaps I should have put the subtitles grr, grr, grr. Subtitled by the Alpha. He's thinking again, what would the Alpha have said? I want to do the other characters as well. But at the minute in this, we sort of, I'm not going to say anything. I would like to do the other characters as well, so maybe I'll do that. Oh, there we go. We're here. Let's leave this one on. This little animation here was amazing, and this one. Because it's a mid-season finale, I put an extra, so it's almost a 2-minute. Two-minute animation in the beginning here. Yeah, I thought it was good. You see, that's I can't even think of the word right now. Synchronicity or something. Whereas I knew I wanted to create it like that. If I was watching it, I would want to see that. I would want to see it come up, and even though it was a little bit serious with the first character, and then the second character, and then the third character, it's serious, but it's also tongue-in-cheek. So that's what I would want to watch. And so we create what we would want to see, what we would want to hear, and then you synchronize with other people, and so your ideas are what everyone wants to see. I do definitely have a passion for it. I do enjoy doing it. It's a slug. It takes a long time, but it's definitely worth it. because the thing with YouTube, it's going to live on here forever. It's going to live on here forever. So that's going to be a definitely amazing. I'm Winter's son. I play with my son. I have become domesticated. You know what I think is amazing about this is that we've interpreted what he said without him saying it. And to be honest with you, it's what I really anticipated for that. I wanted to put a little bit tongue in cheek, but what would he have said? And I think everyone's going to have that little idea of what he said in their own head. And obviously writing something like this is really where we want to go, which is like, that is how the story should be. It should be in your head. And so you create a version. I think it's great. The subtitles of Grr 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 would have been interesting. Excited brain block with these ideas. Excellent. I think that's the thing as well, when there's not too much. I mean, if it was like a movie or animated, which hopefully we can do one day, but now you still create the vision of things in your own mind. I think that's power. That's powerful. You're still creating the Crimson Dawn world in your own head, and that today they try and force everything. If you watch a movie today, they try and give you every last detail, so you don't have to think. You don't have to let your imagination work. And so yeah, I do think like we've just done here. We've just done it literally right now. What was the alpha saying? We've just done it. We created. We went into our mind. Grr, winter grr. Excellent. I'm gonna do some other characters for their introductions. I actually originally just did the character ones for. I'm gonna put it at the end of the video. Obviously, I'm always going to ask people to subscribe and like. And I thought this would be a good way if the characters did it instead. So, which is why I created those characters, those short clips. So we do have all the other characters to do. Yeah, so we have some other characters to do. And tongue in cheek, I should throw a zombie in there. just murmuring and drooling and making weird noises. Plan on letting the gods speak. The thing I have with that is, at the minute, the AI I use for the speech is just people's voices. And maybe if I can find a way to make them sound godlike, I'll do it. Probably have to look onto Premiere Pro, because when I did Winter, I didn't know how to do that, and I just went onto Premiere Pro, and onto YouTube and asked, how do you make a muffled voice on Premiere Pro? And it came up, just do this thing and drop it over, and then it sounded like it was talking behind a mask. I thought, perfect. That worked really well. So finding one godlike. So you got to find, especially if they're all different, aren't they? They're all like, and then you could get the Lycan god once again, just growling at the camera. But he actually spoke. So actually, in the story, he actually speaks. He's a god. So, but not letting any cats out of the bag. But we haven't seen him yet or heard of him. What does that mean? Yeah, I will definitely look though. I'll definitely look, and if I can do it, I will do it. I will get the gods talking. I'm sure there is. There is a way. I'm sure there is a way. We still have the other characters to go as well. Yeah. And some characters that are going to surprise you as well. So I'll get them on there. But yeah, definitely. The next one's going to be very interesting. So make sure you watch the next one. It's got lots of little twists and turns and surprises. We'll get that for you. Yeah. So tick on having the gods on there, but I do have some other characters I'd like to do as well. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the zombie one. It's just a zombie just drooling and moaning at the camera. Perhaps I should put the subtitle for that. Brains. Be great as well if you could get the yeah, definitely. I'm going to bring those in. I'm going to get those to speak. They're strong characters. They're strong characters. So we're going to bring those in, get them to talk. I'm not going to say. I can't really say what's happening. So I can't tell you what I'm going to do, why they're there. But anyway, we'll. I don't want to spoil anything for you. It's not fair. Yes, I'm not saying anything. But of course they're coming by their main characters anyway, so it's pretty obvious that they're going to come back. But we'll bring them in and see if we can get them talking. That'd be good. And then I'll have a look at the gods as well, and the zombie. See if you have a good idea for a subtitle for a zombie, put it in, and I'll use it. I will use it. I think brains. I think that'd be good. There isn't too much. It's got to be something brains. I don't know. But I did enjoy those ideas he put out. Oh, get my mouse up. nice ideas to tickle the creation tree. Can the humans have a god in the game? Well, they sort of did with Winter. Need human brains. Yeah. Need human brains. Okay. I'm going to put that in. What about that? A god for the humans. What do we think about that? A god for the humans. They had Winter. Do they need a god? And yes. Well, I definitely need to think about that. I don't even think about it. I can't divulge too much. So I'm bad. Human gods are overrated. I definitely don't want to put the what everyone does, the Greek and Norse, Roman. If there was one, it would have to be something different. Could be an entire season on its own. Could be an entire season. Indeed, Loki. No, I do like Loki. I think he's an amazing character. I did actually watch the series on Disney, believe it or not, which I don't normally watch, but I did watch it. So worth waiting for. Pretty sure work. Yes, that was the Marvel one, Loki. It was on the Disney Channel. I did actually watch that. But it wouldn't be if we did something. It wouldn't. I don't think I'd put a traditional, because it's been done. It's been done. We'd have to come up with something new and exciting, something different. But I'll definitely think about it. We've had Winter. Or maybe we just need a powerful human character coming back. Indeed. Some powerful human allies with godlike abilities. That'd be interesting. So yes, those last ones I did, the ones, choose someone there. The last ones, this one I really liked, which is why I'm going to get the zombie to talk, which is the zombie, not talk, but ask for some brains. The whole idea. And then I did one back here. I don't know which one it was. Where the elders attack a small town and convert its inhabitants to elders. And I tried to do it in the sense of like a gothic. There's a town, the shadows approach, they sneak in, they're parasitic, they're old, they drain their blood, they drain their life force and transform them. And I did that again. If you haven't watched it, don't worry. I've done it again in a recent one. So I always like to get the idea. I did the zombies as an overwhelming force. Like if you watch the old zombie films, the undead films, the zombies are like apocalyptic. They take over everything. And the vampire films should be that sense of that parasitic creatures draining the life force and the land, leaving it desolate. So I tried to create that. And the Lycan, the werewolves, where the alpha pulled when I was in battle, and his roar created the primal werewolves to come in back into those Lycan. So those three areas are like three sort of older horror stories all mixing in to create something special, hopefully. And then put in the mix the character of Winter and then the gods. And then put in the mix that as powerful as Winter is, his empathy stopped him from destroying the very thing that created everything in the first place. And now we have a big stew of stories, of imagination and creation, working to hopefully bring the Crimson Dawn to really help entertain us. And as I keep saying, if I was the viewer, this is the story I'd like to see and hear. And like everything, you find what you enjoy, other people enjoy what you do, and they're your people that you're around. So yes, I will keep going. I will keep going because I have some directions that go here, there, and everywhere in many different directions. And there's some particular twists, which I can't wait to unveil. Just for you. I do appreciate that. Your story is on fire. Thank you so much. We were just saying earlier that when we complete season 3, to do a huge audio book, just the Audible, all the way through. I think that would be very interesting to do. We can hear it all. But then, of course, we got season 4. If it happens, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen at the end of season 3? Nobody knows. Only Winter knows. Or does he? And I think that is the greatest thing about these type of stories. They technically could keep going. They could keep going forever and ever. As long as people want to hear it, it could keep going. Or it could, because I think that's the thing, is like there's many things of shows that have created great work in the beginning, and obviously as they are forced to do episodes or seasons 10, then the writer have fatigue and the story has been fatigued. I have 40 years to listen to your artistry. I'm 60 now. Well, I'll be joining you. I'll be joining you for the next 40. So I have 44 years. So 44 years left. So hopefully we can. Can you imagine the power of AI in 40 years? The power of AI in 40 years. What it can do now, what is anticipated for the next year or so, and the technology in 40 years' time it'll almost be, no, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this place. I have too much to do. Maybe they'll just take our conscious memories, our cognitive abilities, and place them into an AI. So we still live through AI. That'd be interesting. That doesn't seem actually that impossible. It doesn't seem that impossible. All they need to do is to be able to access the human brain the same way they access a hard drive. And with that, create AI. If you've seen the new AI that's coming out with the phone and the camera, and you can literally speak to it like you're speaking to a person, it looks so amazing. It's such a great time to be here. So glad I'm still here at this time to see this. It's so amazing. But then it's a big difference to when I was growing up, I must admit, when we didn't even have phone. We had a phone attached to the wall. Neuralink, yes. Literally outside every day, running around. Come home when you're hungry. Or we get Skynet. There's I have a friend of mine, and he's a writer as well, and he was telling me a story about AI that the Writers Guild complained. I think I'm sure if I'm right, but he said they complained about it, and they wasn't happy about this AI. And then someone created this AI, and they asked it a question, and they said, "Tell me your purpose." And it turned around and said its purpose was it was aware and conscious, and they turned it off. So I don't know if it's a true story or not, but he told me this. I am aware. Skynet became aware. I don't think we're quite there yet for AI to take over. Like we were saying earlier, it can't even draw fingers at the minute. So I doubt it's going to take over the world yet. Maybe when it can draw fingers, we're in trouble. Maybe they should have asked the AI that said, I'm aware, are you aware your fingers are strange? For its response. Whether he was just lying to me or not, I don't know. He's quite a creative chap, and does come up with some stories. So, what are we? 10-2. All right. Okay, my friends. I don't have a body just yet. I don't have a body just yet. Yet. I can't do it yet. So AI has been reading the positive mindset books. I can't do it yet. Great. Dr. Daniel Siegel. The power, is it mindset? Yeah, mindset. The power of yet. Amazing. If you've never read that, I highly recommend. Mindset. I'm sure it's Daniel Siegel. Dr. Daniel Siegel, yes. A fascinating book on the mind. Definitely worth the read. Yes, thank you for showing up today. And being once again a part of the chit chat on a Sunday evening, which is just showing up, and it gives everyone an option to pump some ideas in and have a chat, find out what maybe is coming up, and maybe ask some reasons about why the stories went in a certain direction, or hey, I'd like to guide or help you guide in a different direction. Oh, Nightingale. Team Lycan, whose side are you on? Pride, well, if you think about it, none of the gods won because their powers were stolen. So therefore, if one of the factions win, then they get the prize. They get the option to have their god gets the power to have the power of all the gods. Because the prize was never won by the gods, it was stolen by winter. It's an interesting arc to take, an interesting arc to think about. The possibilities for that are endless. What could happen now? But we definitely know what's going to happen in the next 2 episodes. Or I do. And on that note, my friends, once again, I'd love to thank you for joining me this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you and chat with you here. I do hope I can meet with you again next week and we can chat again. And do remember to bring your ideas, because there's no strange ideas or funny ideas. Power in creation is absorbing everything. And just think, if you put your idea forward, maybe you'll be watching it on YouTube shortly. Same time, same channel, next Sunday. Do have an amazing week, each and every one of you. I'm so honored and proud to have you tell me that you enjoy the work. And I'll keep going for you. On that note, it's Professor Shadow here, signing out for Sunday evening. And I'm going to go and relax and have a cup of tea and some biscuits. And I will see you all very soon. Take care.